Hey everybody, welcome to this week's show. I'll tell you what, and I will tell you what, we are heading up to Lake of the Woods. No, it's not for our annual Warrior event. We're actually heading up to Lake of the Woods to hook up with Joe Henry. And Joe Henry is in charge of the tourism for Lake of the Woods. This guy is dialed. You know what? Lake of the Woods is probably one of the best walleye fisheries in the country, and the bite is on fire. So we're gonna make a little bit, about a 9-hour run for us. Got the cover on the boat, the Delco cover, checked all the air pressure in the tires, just fueled up, just got new plugs in there, and I think I cut myself shaving a little bit. I'm in such a hurry. What time did you say we were leaving at?
Noon.
At noon, what time is it?
I think like 12:45.
Well, okay, let's get the heck on the road. Wow. Huh. Good thing I got the double toes, I'll tell you that. The old double toes. Hey, everybody, hang on to your heinies. We're going for a ride. Hey everybody, I'll tell you what, we are up at Lake of the Woods here, and what an absolutely beautiful morning it is with our good friend Joe Henry.
Larry,
hey,
how you doing?
Hey Joe, I'm doing absolutely awesome. Is there a tournament going on? Look at all these boats. It's amazing. So these are all charter boats, and these are all clients going out to fish Lake of the Woods.
Fish walleyes on Lake of the Woods.
Holy man.
And you know, this is the Rainy River, so we have different parts of Lake of the Woods, but this is the Rainy River. There's a lot of resorts kind of right in a row here.
Okay.
And usually the resorts, the charter boats leave at about 8 o'clock in the morning. You know, you have a good breakfast in the morning, you come down at 8 o'clock, you step aboard a charter boat, rods, reels, tackle, bait, licensed charter captains, everything is there.
Makes it easy.
They're going to put you on the fish. You're going to have a good experience. They bring you back in at 5 and they even clean your fish. So it makes it nice for the average person.
You know, when you look at Lake of the Woods and this being one of the biggest walleye fisheries that there is, you know, why is it so good? And I guess that's the question. Why is this fishing so consistent year after year?
It's a good fishery, and with all due respect to other good fisheries, we're lucky in the Midwest.
Yeah, we are.
Lake of the Woods is the walleye capital of the world. Certainly that's our tagline, but you know what? It's one of them. And I'll tell you what, a couple things. Number one, it helps we have 10 million walleyes.
10 million?
That's what the estimate is, that we have 10 million walleyes in our system. We also have saugers. You know, the other thing I think is neat is that the water is a stained water, meaning that it's got that little tint, kind of like little coffee color.
So you don't have to get up there at the crack of dawn.
You know, here, those walleyes bite all day long, and it just makes it easier. When you talk about Lake of the Woods, it's a big fishery. And I break it down into 3 areas, Larry. The first one's the Rainy River, and that's what we got behind us here.
Right, that's a beautiful river. How long is the Rainy?
42 miles of navigable river.
So if a guy wants to just fish river, there's always walleyes in the river.
There's always local resident walleyes that stay here all summer long.
Okay.
You know? And then of course the second part of our fishery is Big Traverse Bay. And that's the great big open water of Lake of the Woods. It's about 30 miles by 25 miles wide.
Wow, that's a lot of water.
Big water, you know.
Yep.
And then the third part is that little tip of Minnesota that sticks up into Canada. And that's called the Northwest Angle.
I definitely want to fish that, Joel. The fishing is absolutely awesome, but you know, the part I really like about Lake of the Woods, I like the aesthetics.
Yep.
I mean, it's a beautiful place, it's a friendly place, and that really, to me, means a lot. Like you're saying, there's a lot of great walleye fisheries, but when you look at the overall package, all the different resorts that are here, you know, and it's a great place to be.
You know what, the resorts really make it. And you know, it's cool because every resort has its own culture, its own ambiance. You'll go into one and they got, you know, prime rib and a full menu and a salad bar and everything, and then you go to another one, they got the real good homemade cheeseburgers and homemade pizzas, and everyone's just a little different.
So I think it's one of them things where, you know, like it's always, you want to start a tradition with your family, everybody. And what a great tradition to come up and to experience the Lake of the Woods. And like you're saying, Joe, you know, maybe 1 or 2 years you stay at one resort, you know, and then the following years you go to another resort, you know, again, because you're saying the diversity is so great up here.
You know, and one thing I'll say too is that, you know, we're not that cosmopolitan area, meaning when you come up to Lake of the Woods, you can experience a good fishing trip for pretty darn reasonable. You know, we're not that area that's really jacked up in price. If you take a look at our prices, some people can't believe you can stay for what you can stay for.
Oh, right.
And you know, that just it just makes it that much easier for the average person.
No doubt about that. You know, it's something that you can fit into your budget and bring your family, and that's really, you know, the whole thing about the outdoors, everybody, it's really all about creating experiences with your family and friends, and that's really what I love about Lake of the Woods. It's a great experience. Hey, let's go catch some fish, man.
Let's get it done.
All right, Joe. Hey, I'll tell you what we're doing here. We are actually pulling up on a spot. We ran quite a ways this morning already. I'm hooking up some bottom bouncers now. Got 2-ounce bottom bouncers, and we're going to be pulling spinners right on the edge of the rocks right here. So we're going to be in a little bit of mud. We're going to probably be pulling these spinners, you know, at about 1.2 to 1.6. I'm going to go with just a slow death hook. Joe is going to go with a regular spinner. I'm sure gold,
or maybe a combo of gold and something else.
Okay.
You know, in this stained water, you know, there's certain color patterns that work out. You know, as the old timers would say, you can use any color you want as long as it's gold.
So let's talk a little bit about the limits. What are the limits up here on Lake of the Woods?
Sauger.
A little sauger.
Yeah. You know, so it's a good thing we got a sauger, because on Lake of the Woods, the limits, it's a combined limit of 6 fish. Up to 4 of the 6 can be walleyes. The other 2, of course, can be saugers. We'll let this one go. But, and you can tell a sauger, I mean, you folks probably know, but you know, look at how it's not as golden, it's more brown. You got the splotches here. You don't have any white tip on that tail. See that? That's how you can tell that's sauger. And then there's also a slot limit on our lake. And the slot limit is 19.5 to 28 inches you must release.
Okay.
You can keep 1 fish over 28 inches, and you can keep your others below. You can keep 1 fish over 28 if you want one for the wall. Otherwise, a lot of people get a graphite mount.
Right.
And you know, the reason the slot's 19.5 to 28, 19.5-inch walleye in Lake of the Woods, that's a mature female that can now lay eggs. Those great big females, those 27s, 28s, 29s, if they're healthy, they not only lay millions of eggs, their eggs are larger. What happens is when they lay those eggs, you know, if the water stays cold, that little embryo in there relies on that yolk sac. And if you have a bigger egg, a bigger yolk sac, that fish can live longer until that water warms up and they can actually grow.
That's a little bit nicer sauger. I think, you know, a little fish fry tonight.
Yep.
I'm going to end up keeping that one right there. But, you know, that is kind of the cool part. You know, you guys have lots of sauger, lots of walleyes, tremendous pike fishing. I mean, there's not much on this body of water that's not really great.
You know, it's kind of fun. Like we said, hey, we're going to catch some eaters here. And then what we'll do is let's get our eaters, then let's go looking for some big-headed ones, because they might be living in a different spot.
Definitely getting a little bit better right there. Again, you know, all sauger so far. You know, you think it's to the point where, like, you got to move to find the walleyes, or the walleyes and the saugers pretty much mixed right in together,
you know,
most of the time?
Both. You know, it's all, sometimes you get it mixed together, sometimes you get on a good pot of saugers. It just depends, you know.
Okay.
But, you know, I tell you one thing, if we keep getting saugers, we're going to move.
Right. Hey, I'll tell you what, Joel, we're going to make a move here. We got a bunch of sauger here, but, you know, I'm just looking at this, like, overall map. Look at all this water. Look at all these islands. How do you know, like, let's blow this up. How do you know where to go? I mean, there's just so much water here. And I know it seems like this is Lake of the Woods is one of them bodies of water where almost any place you stop, I hate to even say this because I'm going to get ridiculed, but you seem to mark walleyes everywhere.
Yeah.
So, you know, where do you want to go from here?
What do you think about hitting some of those sunken islands?
I think that's a great idea.
We could slide over the tops of them. You know, if they're there, they're there. It won't take us long to figure it out, and then let's go from there. There's a gazillion spots.
And that's the great part, too, about pulling spinners. These are perfect spots right here to pull spinners on because, you know what, we can come up the break and adjust to it real easily. It's not like when you're pulling crankbaits where you have to turn all the way around. We can turn on a dime, you know, with the bow mount. Tell you what, we're trying something a little bit different, everybody. Came up a lot shallower, and we're really in the rocks heavy. Oh, nice job. That's what we're looking for right there, Joel. Definitely when you're coming to a body of water like this, no doubt have yourself a good bump board.
I'm going with pink. It's stained water. Pink, gold, orange, chartreuse. Man, they all work good. I got the pink baby on. That's a darn good blade.
So Joel, is there quite a few places like this where people can actually come? They're out fishing, they want to come in, take a break, take the ladies to the bathroom, have a little bit of a lunch. So this looks like a pretty cool area.
Well,
for
so
that.
this is Garden Island State Park, and
okay.
this is we're up in the northern end of the lake, and it's a beautiful state park, and they got docks you can pull up to. It's a sandy beach. They got picnic tables. They got a restroom. Well, man, if you're in the north end of the lake, hey, we got 12 resorts up here. A lot of them have restaurants and bars. It's real nice, kind of going there for lunch and having a good day. If you're in the south
it breaks
end,
up today too.
Oh, it's fun. It's a fun day.
And that is the cool part, everybody, about Lake of the Woods. There is so many different things to do up here and so many different places to visit. You know, it would take you a long time to basically to fish all this water and to really to partake in all the different resorts and restaurants that you guys have here.
Oh, look what we're doing. We're just having fun doing a milk run.
Right.
And we're fishing deep mud. We're fishing reefs, kind of that pop out of nowhere. We just fished a shallow rock hump and popped one good one.
That
out
was
there.
a nice one.
Now
Yep.
we're going to slide around and fish another spot. We're just making a milk run. Heck, if a person wanted to, there's charter boats over there. There's charter boats over there. There's packs of fish.
Right.
It's just a matter of what do you want to do, but that's what makes it so darn fun. If you want to go first time up, jump on a charter boat. Sure makes life easy. What a relaxing vacation.
Right. And people, you deserve that.
You just go back, and I tell you what, up here, the air smells different, doesn't it?
Well, there's no doubt. This is
it's
definitely God's country. But really what I love about Lake of the Woods in this area, I love the drive up here. No doubt. It's scenic, but I love the aesthetics and I just love the feel. Lake of the Woods has a very special feel.
And every spot we go to, there's anticipation, isn't there?
And that's the great part about it. And
Yeah.
it's endless when it comes to spots.
I'll
That's
tell
the other part.
I'll tell you one thing. This next spot we're going to, it could be good.
Oh, let's go!
Oh, look at that.
Oh, nice
Take
fish!
that one.
Oh, there's a nice one.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Double header, baby.
Woohoo! That is the great part about, like you were saying before, a milk run.
Yeah.
You know what? There is some perfect fish. They're probably in that 17 range right there.
How many boats are out there?
I see one way over there. But no, that's what it's all about. And that's the cool part about it because there is so much structure out here to fish. If you want to fish structure, you and I are both structure fishermen, but the guys that want to fish these big, expansive mud flats,
They're out there.
oh
The
my
hooks are
gosh,
there.
it's crazy. Good eater again. I thought he was going to be bigger. The way he just absolutely
hammered it.
smashed that. And that is, like we were talking before this fish rudely interrupted us. You know what? That is honestly, Joe and I were talking about what do people want to go on a destination for? What kind of things attract them to coming to different places? And I personally feel it's the whole overall package, and that's really what Lake of the Woods has got here. Smash that thing. You just said about coming up on that finger. Yeah, that thing just, that terrorized it, Joel. It bounced once. I thought I hit the rock with the bottom bouncer, you guys. Then all of a sudden it was game on. People always ask, what do you got hats in your net for? Just so you ask that. Nice fish. The cool part about Lake of the Woods too, if you want to fish all by yourself, there's thousands and thousands of spots you can do it. If you want to fish in with other people, which is always kind of fun. You can chit-chat with them, watch what they're catching. There's plenty of places to do that too. It's got something for everybody. I love the way that fish absolutely
He hammered it.
smoked it, right?
Do you see how big that fish is? 21.
Oh, we're both off. Stacked up in this shallow water. And they're nicer fish. I'll just flip this one up, Joel. 6 feet of water.
Well, it's stunning.
Yep, and catching walleyes. Look at that. Look at how chunky that fish is right there. Woo-hoo. This is what life's about. This is why people work hard. 16 and a half. Boy, that's a chunky fish. Oh, yeah. Woo!
It's a better one,
Yeah, nice fish.
That fish is 22. Good call.
22.
Yep. Get this fish back.
Back in. This is what it's all about right here, folks. Look at the head fish. Yeah. Look at the build. Look how healthy these fish are. Look how happy these fish are. Look how happy the fisherman is. We haven't turned around yet. We've been working this point that comes out here and just basically running it. And I'm gonna let this girl go. Holy man. Wow.
I told you it's fishing here today.
Yeah, it's amazing. You were just talking about going back up.
That's what you gotta do to get a fish.
Right. Woo. Well, I definitely think we got plenty of eaters. I think we should go out and try to hook into a Lake of the Woods giant.
Should we go and get some big ones?
Yep,
It's
let's
such a
do
nice
it.
fish, and we're getting them at will now.
Built for fishermen, built by fishermen. Really, that says it all.
It's the family here. It's not a big conglomerate, it's a family.
They treat you feel like you're in a family, you know.
When you put those two together, an amazing product and amazing people, it's just the type of company you want to be involved with.
Not only because of just the great boats, but because of the camaraderie that the Warrior family has.
The customer service is amazing. They never leave you hanging.
So come join the Warrior family.
Fish the famous waters on Minnesota's Lake of the Woods, the walleye capital of the world. Choose from over 50 full-service resorts with options for charter fishing, guide service, and full meal plans, or plan a trip and relax in the vast wilderness scenery. From the northwest angle to the south shore, Rainy River and Baudette, the Midwest's #1 fishing destination. Walleye, sauger, northern pike, and more. Minnesota's Lake of the Woods, best fishing anywhere. Log on to lakeofthewoodsmn.com.
Hey, Shotgun in the Kitchen here, Leroy at lunchtime. This is the recipe everybody's been bugging myself and Hunter for. We got Larry's Bucking Bites. We are making jambalaya. I'm cheating today. We're using the box, but it's so much easier doing it this way, especially when you come home from work. Get the water boiling, got it boiling ready. We got our Nesco hot plate here, got it boiling. Got the Bucking Bites ready to go on the grill. We're gonna chop them up after the jambalaya is all done. This takes maybe 12, 15 minutes at the most. Jambalaya is 90% done, so what I do is, the brats are done, I'm gonna cut them up, throw them in the jambalaya. I think I'm gonna go nuts and put a little jalapeno in it too, really make it hot. Now remember everybody, you don't have to have it 100% cooked because you're gonna throw it in the jambalaya for a little bit, and that sucks up a lot of the juice. Here, get a little taste, see if we need it. I think no matter what, we're gonna put it in there. These tub of towels, Carlos, I like go up. You can use them like double ply, or open them up and really cover some area. Watch out, it's gonna be a little hot there, boss. We have jambalaya, Larry's Bucking Bites, a little jalapeno kicker, Shotgun in the Kitchen with Carlos Garcia.
You got that look on your face.
Feels pretty good. Knock on wood. Oh. You know when you're pulling bouncers and you feel that weight and you tighten it up and you hang on to it, it's like, come with me. Don't be a rock. Come with me. Come with me. And you feel that reverse head shake. It's a pretty good feeling.
Joe!
You don't got him yet.
Oh, buddy! It's a giant! Oh, I got him! Woo! Yeah! That's what it's all about right there! Lake of the Woods!
Lake of the Woods, baby.
Wow!
We'll take that
Look
one.
at this giant! That is just absolutely amazing, you know? Whoop, Joe, I might have hooked you. Hang on a sec. Yeah.
That is a big fish. That is a big fish. Larry, we'll have to get that one on the scale, eh?
Yeah, that's absolutely huge. That's 31.
31.
Woo!
That is a Lake of the Woods giant right there. This is a fish of a lifetime. You know what I think we'll do, Larry? Let's get a shot of this one. Let's get this fish back.
Yeah, let's get her back in.
Yep.
That's what I love about saugers. Look at the pattern on that fish. I went back to slow depth. I hung up my spinner on a rock before, so I kind of switched back to the slow depth. I don't think it's a 31-incher like yours, but it's a good fish.
Oh, yeah, good one, huh?
Yeah.
Nice one, Larry.
That's a
Look at
nice
that.
fish. Thank you, my friend. Hey, this week's tip of the week brought to you by our good friends up at Mike's Country Meats, the finest jerky on the planet. Hey, I'll tell you what, Joel, I am definitely gonna let you do the tip of the week because a 31.5-incher, you definitely had something dialed. So let's talk a little bit about pulling spinners.
First off, the bottom bouncer. You know, I normally go with a 2-ounce bouncer, and I'll tell you why. That 2-ounce bouncer, you can use that in 5 feet of water. You can also use that in 30 feet of water. It's real versatile. When I pull a bouncer, if you notice my line, maybe you can't see it here, but I'm going about 45-degree angle, and that's what I really want is that 45-degree angle. I don't want my presentation way behind the boat like a crankbait. My go-to speed pulling harnesses, give or take, 1.25 miles per hour. Tell you what, that's just a good speed to go for walleyes. You cover water, and then you can maintain that 45-degree angle. One way to get those walleyes to really eat is I take my rod, if I got tapped, I would just free fall it back like so. and pull it forward. And oftentimes, when I tighten that line up, there was a walleye hanging on there.
Joe, there's no doubt that that was an that's about 3 or 4 really good tips when it comes to pulling spinners. The tips that Joe had here, no doubt, make a huge difference. No doubt. 31.5-inch walleye today. Congratulations,
Thanks,
my
Mike.
friend.
Good day.
Hey, thanks again to our good friends up at Mike's Country Meats, the finest jerky on the planet. Hey everybody, what an unbelievable trip we had this week up at Lake of the Woods. We definitely want to thank our good friend Joe Henry for taking us out fishing and taking us into Baudette and showing us around. What an incredible area. Hey, if you want to catch lots of walleyes and big walleyes, head to the walleye capital of the world. Head up to Lake of the Woods. You know what? Speaking about heading places, this weekend everybody is out and about. It is the 4th of July. Happy 4th of July. Want to give special thanks out this week to all of our military men and women. Thank you very much for all the great things you do and all of our law enforcement. Hey folks, don't forget, as of today, we are no doubt living in the greatest country in the world. And yes, it is a great day to be alive, and we will see you next week. Thank you.
Sometimes it's a freaking rock, and you're just hanging on to it. Then I set that hook, and then, you know, it's okay. Rod's bent over solid, and I'm like, don't be a rock, don't be a rock, don't be a rock, and all of a sudden start coming with me, like I'm dragging a rock. It didn't even give me a head shake at first, but I knew, you know, I knew.
Oh, take your time. Take your time. Oh.
Ready?
I was gonna say. I'm gonna eat it. Getting wide-eyed.